is divided into two rogue sections. The one with good men and women, and all under the watch of Advocate Johnson. What would you make of this perception that the institution is having these two rogues? I mean, these two different people. You can say duplicitous in its nature, all under you.
So I heard what he said. There are no good and bad teams. There's no good and bad people. What it is we might have people who don't get along with one another, as is in any environment, but there are no good people, there are no bad people, there are no evil people. In terms of the work we are doing currently, under my leadership, we are all working together. We do have disagreements, as does any institution or agency, but I am not aware of a good team and a bad team. I also heard it for the first time. Internally, nothing of that sort has been brought to my attention, that there's a good team and a bad team. One cannot lead a team of people and have them divided into good and bad. It can serve no purpose. It would never serve my purpose to be able to serve in terms of doing this work.
You are neutral.
I have to be.
You are not good, you are not bad. Then it means that you are in between.
I am not in between. I have integrity to lead the agency, which is IDEC. I ask for the people to do the same. I do not seek to divide and conquer. That is what I do not seek to do, Honourable Member.
Okay. Then, with reference to paragraph 61, that Mr. Padiachi was headhunted. What is the relationship of Mr. Padiachi and Advocate Johnson's husband?
So this paragraph is a paragraph that refers to him being appointed in IDEC. He was not headhunted by me. We make it clear that he was appointed in the time of my predecessor, Advocate Hermione Cronje. We can get those documents from HR if we need them, but Advocate Hermione Cronje would have motivated in 2021 why she required the services of Mr. Brian Padiachi. I do not know what he was doing at the time. What I can allude to is, because he was in crime intelligence, I have no doubt that him and my husband would have encountered one another. In what shape or form, I cannot answer. I do not know. But I cannot dispute that they would have known one another.
He's not a friend of your husband.
He was a colleague of my husband when he was in crime intelligence. Not at head office and not in Pretoria, from what I understand. Okay. I'm subject to correction. But he was at crime intelligence in KZN. And as officials, I'm sure that they would have engaged.
So the claims that were made by former Minister Becky Cele to say that Mr. Padiachi was a close friend of Advocate Johnson's husband.
That would be for the ex-minister to answer. I'm not sure where he gets his information from or in what context the ex-minister would have discussed any relationship between my husband and anyone else, let alone Mr. Padiachi, Honourable Member.
With reference to 65, this is my last one. You indicate that yourself and your husband, you don't discuss work-related matters at all. Is that correct?
Absolutely correct. I have taken an oath, and I uphold my oath. I was very clear, Honourable Member, earlier, and I wasn't trying to be funny when I said it. I will not compromise my oath or my integrity, not even for my husband. I've not had reason to discuss my work with him. There's absolutely none, nor does he have a reason to discuss his work with me. And that is why I was at pains to say, up until today, I don't even know where his office is. I only know if he says he's going to head office where the CI head office is. And that is how we've been able to operate. It may seem like a fairy tale. It is our truth. Absolutely, that we do not discuss the work.
Do you want to tell me that you can see most there's chaos within the subs, all down? You cannot even say, hey, how is the situation or the work environment now that we heard what Mkwanazi said? You don't even discuss that.
We do not discuss.
You didn't even discuss when Mkwanazi was on TV. You didn't even discuss that one.
When Mkwanazi was on TV, we were watching the expose together. What I did remember saying is, I really cannot believe, for all the respect I have for the general, that this is what he is saying, as he casts aspersions on the ID and IDEC and or mentions my husband. That is as far as the conversation went, was the media expose, and exactly what was being said there. That is it. So it's not that we didn't discuss that aspect, because it was there in the media, and only what was discussed there.
Okay. Today you are from this ad hoc committee. You mean you'll simply go to bed and not even ask how was your day at work today?
No, that is different, Honourable Member. That's normal things. I have to ask him how was his day. He's going to ask me, how are you doing? I hope it went well. Well, I hope he's going to ask me that. And I hope he says to me, I hope you're comfortable with what you had to do, because he understands that I take this work seriously. So he will ask how I am. What went on in the ad hoc committee, he'll watch on the news. If he hears or sees something, I think the first question he's going to ask, how dare I say I would not compromise my oath and integrity for him? Is that how much I care about him as a husband? But that would just be a side issue. There really is no need. But the husband and wife things get spoken, me. Okay. That is what happens. So it's not that we don't talk.
You have never discussed about crime intelligence issues. If it was me, I would say, hey, today I had this and that and that. These people of crime intelligence.
And so what I said is what I said, because I can't change it. It is our truth. And I wish there were lots of things, Honourable Chair, that I could have discussed with him. I don't know if it would have made my life easier, and I would have had better answers for this committee on why I do what I do, but I've given you the honest answer that I have. Thank you.
Honourable Malema has a point of
Honourable Malema.
No, you like telling us this is your time and all of that, but you don't tell our visitor that we're sharing that time. So when she answers...
Yeah.
When she answers, she must be very considerate.
No, she can confirm. I consulted during the break, and her and I have agreed that we need to run. Thank you. It's just a reminder, Advocate, to say the time allocated is shared between you and the person who would have asked the question.
Noted.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Chair. Good afternoon, Advocate Johnson.
No.
I see you organized yourself a watching brief there by Advocate Bodlan and Advocate Maka.
Not sure what they're watching, but they're present.
Okay. Our main witness as the ad hoc committee alleges that the arrest of General Khumalo is as a result of a project to stop criminal investigations, particularly in Gauteng. And IDEC was used as an ammunition to actually effect that project. What is your view on that?
As indicated, it is an unfortunate and untrue narrative. We were not aware of the matters they are doing. And if we were not referred the Matlala matter, we would not have been involved in anything related to anyone they referred to.
So in the affidavit by Mr. Adams, he says, how did he get hold of the intelligence information?
In the referral, he indicates documents were put under his door. He does not say by who. He does not say what documents. He said documents were under his door.
Is Advocate Johnson aware if the documentation was classified or not?
Honorable Chair, when we were given the matter, he made a Section 27 affidavit. That is what he made. He didn't give us the documents that he referred to. Those documents, because we don't know what they all were that were under his door, I think there are some, one or two documents that did form part of those dockets that we received from the police, which were dockets he would have opened. But he did not give us documents.
So you mean that the documents that Mr. Adams alleges to have received them from his doorstep, he did not bring them to you, he just brought the word of mouth?
He brought a Section 27 referral affidavit, but they were found, some of them, in the dockets when we got the dockets from the police.
So from the side of ADEC, you are not aware whether they were it was classified information or not?
No,
at the time
Chair.
of the receipt now?
No, Chair, and we also can't tell you how many documents he allegedly received under his door.
Okay. So the only form of evidence at your disposal at the time when Mr. Adams came to IDEC was the affidavit, the Section 27 affidavit.
That is correct, Chair, at the time he made that affidavit.
Okay. There is an allegation that IDEC is actively participating in a well-coordinated attack against General Mkhwanazi, General Masemula, and General Khumalo. Are you aware of that allegation?
I have heard the allegation. There's no truth to the allegation. I indicated earlier if that is how IDEC operated. There are criminal matters that are in the IDEC space. If all that IDEC wanted to do was go out on a witch hunt, nothing precluded IDEC from arresting and placing both Generals Mkhwanazi and Masemola on the court roll when I took office in 2022 or any time from then till now. We did not do that because there wasn't sufficient evidence in the matters we have. There's also no witch hunt against Lieutenant General Khumalo because there were no matters brought to IDEC prior to the referral by Mr. Adams to IDEC about him. So there is no witch hunt on any of those officials.
Okay, but do you not think that the manner in which IDEC responded to Mr. Adams' complaints is actually feeding to that narrative?
Chair, to clarify, the only reason, and I say so respectfully, that there's a buha is because Lieutenant General Khumalo was arrested. I can almost guarantee if his co-accused were arrested and not him, there would have been no questions asked. No buha was raised about the first matter where the CFO of crime intelligence was arrested. This was about the arrest of the head of crime intelligence, not the arrest of the crime intelligence officials.
Okay. Is it part of Mr. Adams' complaints that there was apparently a motor vehicle that was procured unlawfully through the PKT funds, which is privately used by allegedly former Minister Peggy Cele? Was it part of the complaints registered to IDEC by Mr. Adams?
Not about a vehicle for the previous minister, no.
Okay, so it's not part of the complaints.
Not that aspect, no, Chair.
Okay. IDEC is established in terms of the NPA Act and operates within NPA as an institution. But in paragraph 22 of your statement, you say IDEC is an independent entity. Can you elaborate on that? What do you mean?
So when I talk of independent, I do not talk of outside of the NPA, Honorable Chair. What I mean is that we have a mandate that we are able to execute on our own, not outside of the NPA. It's an independent exercise of duty, discretion, and the powers.
Okay. Do we have cases that emanate as a result of the SARS inquiry?
That is correct, Chair.
How many people have been arrested in relation to it?
We have the SARS inquiry is slightly different and somewhat challenging, but we have the one matter. I can only just mention the main accused only because the person is in court. We have the matter of Dumagandlovu in terms of the Nugent Commission of Inquiry. And then we also do have arrests on the PIC inquiry for the Party Commission. But we don't have as many because in those ones, Chair, there's a lot more investigations to be done as opposed to those that were in the State Capture Commission report and findings.
How many from the PIC?
From the PIC, we have 3 matters, and I am aware that there are a further 2 matters that are set for enrollment before the end of this financial year.
Okay. So part of what has been leveled against General Khumalo is the fact that there is a particular irrational employment of an individual. Is it part of the complaints from Mr. Adams?
That is correct, Chair.
Did you go to an extent of investigating how the employment came about? Who was involved in the employment of the said person?
That is the matter that is currently before court. And so those aspects that I alluded to in AJ1 from paragraph 12, pages 7, 8, and 9, those were the allegations in terms of the irregular appointment that was referred to. There are other matters where he makes allegations, but in terms of the appointment, it is that matter.
Okay. So part of what we are to check in terms of our terms of reference is to where are the systematic gaps that may be a cause of the problems that we have in the public service, even if it means legislative gaps and stuff. So in relation to the work and the mandate of IDEC, how do you think that Parliament can help to strengthen the work done by IDEC?
Honourable Chair, given that we had only become permanent in August of 2024, I think Parliament has empowered us in terms of that legislation and a tweak to the mandate to be able to do our work. The Ministry of Justice has given us sufficient funding to do that work. Something that Parliament cannot intervene in, although we wish you could, was recruitment. You don't find the requisite skills as readily as we would like because all of law enforcement seeks similar skills, especially that of financial investigators and seasoned criminal investigators to deal with corruption. But I know that government had, I can't remember the program, but we have to work on a coordinating mechanism between law enforcement across the board. And what will strengthen IDEC, SAPS in all of its shapes and forms, SARS and the DPCI, is the ability to collaborate, to be able to discuss where we are in terms of strategies, matters, and processes. We currently work as we work. We do engage. But I do not think that we have made a concerted effort to coordinate our efforts so that as law enforcement we are seen to be dealing with things in a structured manner and we're all moving in the same direction. We tried to with FATF, worked, and maybe that is the kind of coordination help we need, where it becomes